One of our favorite topics on this show is in-ear monitors. So I'm going to ask you, if memory serves, I think you wear in-ears when you play. Is that right?
I have gone in and out of wearing in-ears. I'm more of a guy who wears custom filters now and not in-ear.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you why. Paul talks to us between songs, and he doesn't yell, and you want to be there for it. And some in-ears are so efficient that you can't hear anything that isn't amplified. And, I don't want to let anything get by me that Paul is saying or asking or laughing about or anything. You want to be present for all of it. And also, I think in-ears for me take me out of the band and relationship with the audience experience. If you can't hear the audience corresponding with you in real time, if you can't hear if you get control of your own mix to the degree that you don't have to listen to the other guitar player or the keyboard part, you run the risk of leaving the band in a way. And we're very much a band. We're very much live. We're very old school. And it's more like chamber music where your dynamics depend on each other. We're looking to each other. I mean, literally looking to each other for physical cues on where we're at any given moment. And you just don't want to be removed vis-a-vis your own amazing cushy world that needs to be in but you. So I've gone into just custom made ear filters. I bring everything down about 25 dB with filters and keep them in the whole night. And that way I also can hear myself sing in my own head, forgetting about monitors, although I use those as well.
Sure.
Because of that sort of the joining of your jaw with the filter that's in your ear, you now hear your own voice in your head much louder than you otherwise would.
That makes sense. I've been on in-ears for about 20 years and playing in like local, weekend bar bands. 20 years ago, getting in-ears to work was a trick, let me tell you. Yeah. I had to really figure out how to negotiate that. Now it's much easier, but I'm a drummer, and I think it is different for guitar players than it is for drummers in terms of the mix on stage. I'm not moving around, so I don't have that. I never developed that sense of, well, if I need to hear more of that guitar, I can just walk over, take 2 steps that way. I don't get to take any steps. So, if the mix sucks where I am all night, that's just how it be, So I think in-ears are different, especially for guitar players, because you're so used to hearing out of your amp, which is 10, 15, sometimes 20 feet away. And that's 10, 15, 20 milliseconds delayed too. So you there's all of that. So that makes sense. Is the whole band on just wedges or do various members use in-ears and some of you don't?
As it is right now, we change it out a little bit.
Of course. Yeah.
For a while, then they go back to filters. I think right now the only member that's wearing in-ears full time is Wix, the keyboard player, because he has so many things going on back there. It's like a condominium of music back there, and he needs to be able to hear levels and stereo panning, and that's a lot easier when you have a stereo, in-ears. You can really hear where you are. Yeah. So he needs to do that, and also he's really the onstage musical director. So he needs to hear if I'm in the wrong key, so he can shoot me a laser glare. No, he needs.
Hopefully that doesn't happen terribly often. Yeah,
no, that doesn't happen. But he needs to be on top of it as musical director, and that gives him a way to do that.
That makes perfect sense. I can see that, and yes, the difference between a mono ears mix and a stereo ears mix is night and day in terms of that, like you said, that feeling detached. The mono mix gets very detached. You kind of, start to feel like you're inside your head. Whereas with stereo, you can create a world where you feel like you're in a room with other people and the audience and all of that.